If we think about the workplace of 2025, a few years out, I think one of the biggest changes we're going to see is what's called the on-demand economy. People who are not working full-time anymore for companies, but maybe are spending some hours or a few days of their month doing work for other people. I mean, how do you see the world of work changing in the next 10 years?
Yeah, absolutely, Graeme. I agree with you, and it's part of that extension of the work-life balance. So it's people not just fitting into 100%, but a term that you've used is integrating, that work is part of your life.
If I want to work in the evening, for example, and my employer doesn't need me, then why shouldn't I be able to sort of get a little bit of extra income for some of the skills? And also, I think a lot of people have very specific skills that would be better shared between maybe 3 or 4 organizations rather than just in one place. So I think it's a big shift coming.
Yeah, and I mean, for me that's an interesting point about working for more than one company, potentially in the same industry as well. Because old school thinking would see that as being, impossible. You can't do that. Whereas I think it's absolutely possible. If you've got a skill, you can nuance it, flex it, and use it in the same industry in a different company.
And there's a change in mindset, isn't there, that the company doesn't own me. Which maybe brings us to a point that I know you're interested in, which is a change in leadership style. We don't own our employees. We don't, this sort of old autocratic management style, I think, has to change a lot, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and for me it is a term that I like. It's hold on lightly, not tightly. So you can get far more and benefit far more by controlling less, influencing more, supporting more, challenging more. And that means that you need less leadership from a hierarchical perspective, not getting your power from your title or your experience or your age or whatever, but really from what you're contributing to me as an individual and helping me perform better within the organization.
So what skills then are people going to need if this is the environment they're heading towards, a very different looking workplace? It strikes me that maybe your own brand is something we need to develop. I mean, I know you've done that in the last little while.
Yeah, I've done that because I've had some great mentors like Graeme and other people. So, absolutely, I would strongly encourage people to do that. So own social media, Twitter, website. If you haven't registered your name or your identity, do so and own it and drive it. Don't outsource it to a marketing company, PR. Go with your gut and do it yourself because it's you.
It has to be sort of who you are. And then what you're doing, you're putting out your expertise, you're saying to people, this is who I am. And we're saying not just doing it as consultants, but actually this is doing it as an employee. Everybody. Because 10 years from now, you want your boss to be looking around the team and saying, hey, I think you're the person for this next job.
Absolutely. And so, I find it amusing that people still ask for CVs or hand out business cards. For me, that's really outdated.
Just do a Google search.
Absolutely. Yeah. Do the Google search. Put your stuff out on social media. If you want to find anything out about anybody, go online. And I think that's going to increase more and more. So I'm also anti people who have a Facebook page that's personal, professional, all the rest of it. And it gets back to our earlier point. It's integrated. It's not separate from. Who I am at work, at a certain job and a certain social interaction, that's what I am. And an employer or potential contractor should be able to see that.
And how would leaders have to change their thinking? I mean, it strikes me that they've got to be helping their teams to develop this and maybe surrounding themselves with really talented people.
I think it's going to require even more leadership from people that aren't insecure, that are comfortable that there are people on teams that are far better than them at certain aspects. And so at times you may be the boss, but you're going to be lesser than somebody on your team who has that expertise or that skill set. But ultimately, the whole organization, the whole team, the whole project will move forward. So it's going to require people who are self-confident and who are going to be happy to be challenged and are going to be happy to be worked out of a job, which is exciting because there'll be more opportunities.
Well, we hope so. The world of 2025 is coming quickly. As we often say tomorrow today, the future is coming. Are you ready?
I think we've got some good tips, and the future is exciting as well. So looking forward to it.